Namaskar. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our yoga class. As is the usual practice, we go over the basics of yoga. So here it begins. Yoga is different from Western medicine, and it is different in the sense that Western medicine treats the symptoms, whereas yoga, while it is reducing the symptoms, is actually working towards root cause of illness in the body. And yoga primarily works by stress reduction in the body. It can be done with physical exercises, breathing exercises, mantras, and other meditative practices. An important thing to note about yoga is that the mind does not wander. So keep the awareness within you, focus your mind on your breath, and visualize the part of the body that's being exercised. And that'll bring maximum benefit through yoga. Yoga is designed to increase the energy of communication in body systems. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. It makes you feel better and minor issues get resolved. But the same set of palliative yoga exercises can also have a therapeutic effect. In fact, Dr. Rajan has innovated on a very unique yoga therapy method called measured yoga therapy, where we measure how the nadis on our fingertips are performing. And that gives us a window into how different organs or organ systems in the body are performing, where does the root cause of illness lie, and on the basis of that, we can recommend some very specific targeted exercises that will benefit your particular condition. But if any of you have any condition you want to talk about, please do not ask it on this forum because it is a public forum. But you may email Dr. Rajan directly at narayanan@lifeinyoga.org, or you may email me at balmukund.dhar@gmail.com, and that'll be the best way to take it forward. Few points to note about today's yoga class. First and foremost, please follow instructions to avoid any adverse reactions. Important instruction is to keep your spine straight. Take support if needed, but make sure your spine is straight. And do your practice gently without strain. In fact, if it is too much strain on the body, then it is not yoga by definition. So do it within your individual capacity. And there's a limit in duration or count. Please follow it. When you have doubt, avoid the practice or seek clarification. But remember that the liability is entirely yours. Do not multitask or merge two exercises. The slower you do, the better it is for you. I cannot emphasize any more than that on this point. It is very, very, very important. The other very important thing is regular discipline practice. So if you miss a day, use the video recording from our yoga channel on YouTube, Life in Yoga Rajan. Remember that yoga is not just physical exercise, it's a lot more than that, but it's not a religious practice either. So people from all religions are welcome, and it does not interfere with anybody's religious practices. Yoga brings good health to the mind and body. It brings inner awareness and a sense of cosmic connection. And with that, I'll welcome you all to our yoga family, and I'll let Dr. Rajan start today's session.
Namaste, everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 Oms. Let's take a deep breath in. So we begin with our chakra vibrations, starting from the perineum. Is there anybody new? If there's anybody new, simply unmute yourself and say yes. That way I will make sure there is more detailed instruction to facilitate you. And if you don't respond now, I will assume there is nobody new. Okay? Nobody new. Okay. So now, bring your awareness to the perineum and pressing the little finger with the thumb, we do the mantra, LUM. Take a deep breath in. LUM. LUM. Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum. And as you gently draw in over there, we do the mantra VAM and press the ring finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. VAM. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Last time. Now bring your awareness behind the navel. And as you draw in at the navel, we do the mantra Ram. And we press the middle finger with the thumb as we do it. Take a deep breath in. Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Release the fingers and continue.
Ram.
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 Last time.
Ram.
Now bring the awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body. And here we do the mantra, Yam. And when we do that, we press the index finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. Yam. Release your fingers and continue. Bring the awareness to the throat, the bottommost part of your mouth, and there we do the mantra, hum. Keep the thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. Release the hands and continue. Now bring the awareness in between in the middle of the head. And if you want to know exactly where it is, take your fingers right to the edge of your eyes and keep sliding it till it hits the ear. Where it hits the ear, where the two fingers point, that's where we want to focus. And there, focusing there, we do the mantra hum with the thumbs up mudra. Chum. Chum with the thumbs up mudra. So just close your fist, thumbs up. Let's take a deep breath in. Chum. Release your hand and continue. Last time. Top of the head, we do Om, and again thumbs up mudra. Om. hands and continue. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. Just a little introduction over here. For I see Dr. Shubhangi Kumble is new over here. In the system that we follow, chair-based gentle yoga, we first do the chakra vibration because it removes any conflict between the causal body and the subtle body. And that is very helpful towards mental health and certain autoimmune conditions. And then we go on to work with the energetics of the body at a lower level between the subtle body and the gross body. So the first important one which we'll work with there is the Ujjayi Pranayama, or the happy face breathing. Those of you who know that, please continue. For those of you who need instruction, close your eyes and bring your awareness to the throat, effectively the bottommost part of your mouth, the hole over there through which air and food goes down. Focusing on that hole, make a big smile. Feel the cheeks pull out and feel the stretch you feel in the throat, a very slight stretch. Focusing on that stretch, inhale and exhale slowly. And as you inhale and exhale slowly, feel like the air is rubbing along the stretch, like as if you were sucking a little bit, a sucking sensation. But do it in a gentle way without too much effort. Continue. If you have your video on, then I can tell whether you're doing it right or not. Dr. Shubhangi Kumble, that's not good enough. You need to make a slightly bigger stretch in the mouth or in the throat. Now do it. Very nice. Do it for 5 minutes. You'll feel the sensation in the head. Continue. Very nice. Shashi Gupta, if you bring your chin down a little bit and you try to feel a better stretch in the throat, you'll have even better effect. Right now, what you're doing is about 30% effective. Very good. It's improving. Continue. Now, let's go on to our respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness inside the sternum, in the middle of the body, and from there visualize a line through the top of the head. And along that, feel the vibration moving, Haim, Im, and going out of the body through the out of the head. The three syllables are Haim, Im, If you don't feel it going out of the head, if it's difficult to visualize, don't bother with the body, but keep your awareness 1 or 2 inches above the head and visualize the vibration Haim, Im, over there. Okay, please continue for a minute or so. Okay, now let's go on to the spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your head, bringing your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder. And inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation. And as you inhale, come back up. Now, as you exhale, turn your head and look over one shoulder. Inhale, come back, and exhale, look over the other shoulder. And continue. Last exhalation. And as you inhale, come back. And now with the next inhalation, lift up the head and take it backward. Exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. As you exhale and bring the chin towards the chest now, We do 360-degree turn. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. And continue going in the same direction. When you complete the circle, we go in the opposite direction. When you complete the last circle now, we go on to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. Last inhalation. And when you exhale and complete, bring the hands up, keeping it parallel to the floor. And as you inhale, raise the palms up perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale, keep the fist down and we turn around the fist. Inhale, half a circle and exhale around the fist. Continue. Now let's go backward. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now, bring the elbows in line with the shoulders and keep your a loose fist. And as you inhale, lift up and open out the palms, and exhale, come down and make the loose fist again. Inhale and exhale. We are moving around the wrist, as well as the finger joints, as well as the elbows. We are moving the whole thing. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now we go backward. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Now, interlock the fingers and bring it behind your head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, turn and inhale, come back. Now get hold of the opposite elbows. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow and tilt to one side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow and inhale, come up. Continue. Last exhalation. And as you inhale, come back up, release your hands, get hold of your hands behind you and reach out and see how far you can hold. If you can hold your elbows, great. If not, hold wherever you can. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come forward. Exhale, go the other way, inhale, come forward, and continue. Okay, as you inhale and come forward, now we go on to the next exercise. Get hold of your hips behind your back. And as you inhale this time, make a backward arch, pushing on one side, on one hand. And as you inhale, come forward. And as you exhale, as you exhale, come forward. And next inhalation, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward, and continue. Last inhalation, exhalation. Now we will do both the shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. As you inhale, feel the hip also lift up along with the shoulders, and exhale, come down, and continue. Excellent. Now we cross one leg over the other and we hold the knee on the top. And as you exhale, not only pull it in, but cross it over and turn your head in the opposite direction. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Continue. Last exhalation as you pull and turn, release. Now let's cross over the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation. Now we go on to our Anulom Vilom Pranayam, opposite nostril breathing or alternate nostril breathing. So for those of you who know how to do it, with your visualization, carry on. For those of you who are new, The rule is very simple for now. We will do more detailed later. Close one nostril, exhale and inhale. The moment you inhale, close that nostril, exhale to the other nostril and inhale to the other nostril. Each time you inhale, get over to the other nostril and continue. Now we go on to Bhastrika Pranayam, and this is full deep breathing. As long as you're able to breathe full, as the lower lung breathes, the belly comes out, and then as the middle lung breathes, the chest expands, and as the shoulder pulls back, the upper lung breathes, and as you exhale, everything comes down. So if you can do this any way you feel like, you can do it. Some of you will find it is easier to keep your hand over your belly and feel as you inhale, belly coming out. And as the chest expands and the shoulder pulls back, you stretch back. And as you exhale, everything comes down and the belly goes in. Others find it easy to reinforce the movement. They keep their elbows by the side of the chest and the loose fist. Now, as you inhale, the belly comes out. And as you continue to inhale, the chest expands and the elbows lift up. And then as you continue to inhale, the shoulder stretches back and the palm opens up. And as you exhale, the fist closes in and everything goes in. So do it whichever way you like. We will do 2 rounds. In the first round, as we inhale and exhale, I will call out. In the second round, I will not call the exhalation. I will only count each breathing. Now, when you inhale, make sure that your awareness is going up to the head as if vitality is going to the head as visualization. And as you exhale, feel it come out. So let's begin. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 670. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Bring down the hands, keep the eyes closed. Observe any sensation in your head or anywhere else in the body. When sensations subside in the head, we are ready to go on to the second round. So this time, I will only count the inhalation. Exhalation, do it on your own. And if you have observed from last time, exhalation will always be slightly longer than the inhalation. So let's go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Keep the eyes closed. Bring down the hands and be fully relaxed. And observe the sensations within. When the sensations fully subside, for those who wanted to only stay for 1 hour, it is now 6:29 and will be 6:30 Eastern Time. So once the sensations subside, you can leave. And those who want to stay for the meditation, this is the time. Use your meditation mudra. You can keep your hand, both hands, palm facing upward and thumb touching each other in a relaxed way on your lap. Close the eyes and mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. If you have a personal mantra, keep mentally repeating it in your mind and keep the focus on the mantra. If you don't have a mantra, you can keep your awareness like a few inches above the head and just be observing over there. If you have difficulty focusing there, just keep your focus on the breath. Watch the inhalation and watch the exhalation while Om plays in the background. become aware of your body and your senses. Mentally tell yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, slowly raise your hands up and bring it 6 inches in front of your face. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, look straight into the palm of your hands. And with that, we will end the meditation. Any questions, please put it in the chat box. I already see one.
I love your mom. She is inspiring us.
Thank you so much.
So great. If I don't see her, I miss her a lot. I don't miss you as much as I miss your mom. I love her so much. She looks so beautiful. And she does so cute. She does. I love it the way she does it.
Thank you. Okay, so place any questions you have in the chat box, and then we'll take it from there. I see a question there already from Sachidanand Gupta, so that I'll proceed to answer there. Okay, and we have with us Dr. Shubhangi Kumble for the first time. So if you want to put your camera on, turn on your video and introduce yourself to everyone, you're welcome to do so. And before we go to the questions.
Hello, I'm Shubhangi Chamle. I'm a neurologist. This is my first time attending the session. And I thought that all the techniques that were told today were very, very powerful. And I really enjoyed the session. And I would definitely recommend it to my patients and my friends as well. Thank you for introducing me to this session.
Thank you. And so the questions we have in the chat box here, let me go in order over here. Actually, some of them are general. Sachidanand Gupta's question is, please explain Dvait and Advait. We'll go into that philosophical discussion. And then we have, how many times do you repeat the chakra mantras? That is basically what we do here is we tune into the entire group, and we do it as many times as is necessary to clear the chakra. Typically, if you don't know how much to do, then in which case doing 5 times in each chakra is helpful. Now, next question we have is, how will we know that the mantra you have given is still working or not? Oh, well, you have to ask me, and I'll tell you. And now the discussion of Dvait and Advait. This is a very interesting philosophical question, because from a Yoga Sutra perspective, there is no difference between the two. And why do we say there is no difference between the two? Okay. So the thing is basically, from my perspective, you may be my friend. From your perspective, if you think of me, you can think of me as a friend or not as a friend. It doesn't matter. So it's all a question of what perspective you look at. From the yoga perspective, creation comes from God, from Ishvara. So everything in all of existence comes from Ishvara, God, and everything that is created is temporary. And only God and God's energy is permanent, and everything else is temporary. And so from that perspective, but everything coming out of God and everything is God's energy, that is only the one thing that exists, and that is the Advait concept. Now, with an entity that is created, each one of us is not really God. We are only an expression of God, the created. So when we seek and when we connect and we are able to experience through that connection the nature of the higher spirituality and even God. So from that perspective, if you think of yourself as me and what you have experienced, That is the Dvait, or the you perceiving yourself as distinctly different from God. And so that is the Dvait. So for a person who looks upon all of creation as Maya, there is only one real thing that is not Maya, that is God, and everything is an expression of God, that is the Advait. But if you think of yourself as me as a being, then there is clearly God, and what is the eternal is distinct and different from you. So that is the Dvait. So that is why from the, if we understand from how these philosophies emerged, when Vyas Muni wrote actually when Vyas Muni compiled the Vedas, at that point in time, there was no concept of Dvait or Advait. That really came as a result of various acharyas coming later on and giving their points of view. And so now Shankaracharya came from the immediately after the Buddhism was there in India. And in the Buddhist perspective, the whole concept of nothing exists, everything is Maya. They don't even think God is a subject to think about. And therefore, there is no concept of bhakti or anything like that. Everything is Maya, nothing is relevant. And so from that perspective, how philosophers put it is, Buddhism says everything is a zero. Whereas Shankaracharya came and said, no, everything is that one. It's all expression of the God. Okay? And then, of course, later on, when the Ramanujacharya came, he basically spoke about the concept of God. And so what he said was, we are all part of God. And the concept of it was that you can reach and experience God, and you can go and be connected with God. And when you leave the body, you can be at the feet of the Lord. So that concept came from the Vishishta Dvaita, that it said, that basically said you can merge with God. Now, then the Madhvacharya came with the concept, and of course, there were other distinctions like Govindacharya and Vallabhacharya who also came in, where they basically said, listen, let's have no confusion. You're distinctly different from God. You can never merge into God. You only become, but it is all the will of God, this thing kind of thing. So that brought the Dvaita concept. So in reality, all of this is really what perspective you take, but the reality is one, right? So, so Sachinanji, did I answer your question?
You explained very well. Because sometimes I read Shankaracharya and sometimes, I listen to other people. So I had a little bit, but you explained it very well. Thank you very much, Dr. Nath.
And your mom reminds me of my mother-in-law. She just looked like her. It's so nice to see everyone.
Thank you, Ji. Okay, so now let's get to the next question we have here. Okay. Since everything is about vibrations, does microwaving affect vibration in food, especially water? I will answer that question. Next is, when we do meditation, mind wanders. How to concentrate on mantra, please let me know. And next question is, what is reality? Okay, so I'll first answer the question about the mind wandering in meditation. See, mind wandering in meditation is the normal thing that happens for almost everyone, no matter whether they are a beginner in meditation or whether they are, highly experienced. Now, what will happen is each day will be different. But for people who are beginners, in a single minute, the mind might wander 50 times. Okay? Now, this is normal. And what we say is, when you realize your mind has wandered, come back to the mantra. No big deal. So the mind wandering is not a problem. That is the normal course. And in the area of neuroscience and people who deal with the of understanding of the nature of the mind, they basically say it is the default mode network is what they call of the mind, where by default, it's by its nature is it goes and wanders. And as you train your mind and you learn to come back to the mantra, the default mode network becomes something that doesn't wander. But and what are the side effects of that? You have better concentration. You have clarity of mind. All of this comes through this process of this meditation. Okay, so there's nothing wrong in wandering, and it'll automatically, concentration will come over a period of time, but don't make an effort to concentrate. If you make an effort to concentrate, you'll give yourself a headache. But instead, what it is to just focus on the mantra, and you drift off and you think of something else and you realize you have thought of something else, come back to the mantra and don't judge yourself. It is what it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
You're welcome. And then now let me go on to the other two questions that were there. Very interesting question about microwaving, since everything is vibration. Okay. Now, in the area of microwaving, since everything is vibration, the key element relates to the moisture content in anything. You see, the body is a high percent, 80–90%, it is just moisture, water molecules, right? Now, water molecules is what enables proper electromagnetic propagation within the system, within the nadis, okay? And so when we do this, when anything propagates in communication, if the water molecules get disturbed, then the propagation is not affected well. It's not proper. How do we understand this in a better way? You see, if you have within a glass of water, you have billions of molecules of water in there. Now, those of you who know the molecular structure of water, it is 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. But when you look under an electron microscope, it is not like, any old way they are arranged. The molecule of oxygen, if it is in one place, the molecules of hydrogen are at approximately 104-degree angle is how they are latched on. So in a glass of water, so you can think of it like an inverted V shape. So if a glass of water has all the molecules of water arranged in an inverted V shape, that has a special property of communication, which is called linear coherence. Coherence is the nature of communication. Now, on the other hand, if each one is in different direction, okay, then there is no coherence in that molecule of water. Now, by the same token, if one column of water is inverted V and the other column of water is V-shaped, okay, then that's a different pattern. It has a different pattern of coherence, okay? So what happens is, in any time, now the very remarkable thing is, with your mind, you can change the coherence and how the molecules are arranged in your system. And this is what, when we do the meditation regularly and we focus on the mantra, it creates coherence in the communication in the system. So if you use microwave, after you have used the microwave, just mentally say a prayer, let all the food's nutrients be coherent and good for me, everything is taken care of. You see, this is the same concept of what we do when we do offering of prasad, and we say we have offered it to God, and after that we take, everything has become nicely connected, coherent, right? So as we say, when the mind is in good, properly oriented, everything is fine. Okay, so and now so much for the thing that was related to the
He wants to say something.
Balmukund, go ahead, say something. I'm not hearing you.
Dr. Rajan, you're saying the food, microwave food is okay to, just say it?
Just say, like he said, they say, we microwave, hope everything is good.
That's
Uh,
it.
Naranji, is that the same concept of Brahma Arpanam, saying it before we eat, offering
That is
the...
right. But saying words and intending and understanding the meaning are two different things. The power of intention is what works.
Okay.
Dr. Rajan, may I ask something, please? This is
No
Radha.
more. Actually, we are out of time. Keep your question for tomorrow.
Yes,
I'll answer it tomorrow. And I'm looking, there are a few more questions here. We will talk of Ahamasmi Brahma, Ahamasi, and Brahmasmi, all of that we'll talk tomorrow. And okay. So when you do inhale and exhale, sometimes opposite, how to make them right. Don't worry about it. Just do your best. Everything will work in time. So we will close for today. So tomorrow we will continue with any of the questions that are there. Please remind me and we'll take those questions first. Namaste and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Rajan.
Dr. Rajan.
Very, very nice
Good
explanation.
evening. Thank you.
you.
Very nice,
Dr. Rajan. Thank you very much.
Remember,
Thank you, Dr.
November
Rajan.
21st is the CME course, and on November 17th, we are beginning the Yoga Sutra discussion in the other session. The other session begins 3 hours from the time this began, that is 1.5 hours from now, and that is the West Coast 5:30 Pacific time, and that is 8:30 East Coast time. And so from 8:30 to 8:45, we'll be covering the Yoga Sutras from November 17th onwards for about 6 weeks or so to complete it. Okay. So namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Namaste.
Rajan.
Thank you. Good
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste, Balmukunji.
Thank you, Mr. Balmukanji.
Thank you, Balmukunji.
Thank you.